Okay, how you doing, guys? It's a new day. Today is Sunday. Um, Today is usually the day I've set aside to, you know, take time off anything business and you know spend more time with my family, right? And sometimes banter on social media. Okay, but I had to do this video for you guys. Okay, it's paramount that I make this video. And by the way, you might be hearing some sound in the background, right? It's the gen. There is no electricity, there's no power, right? So we have to run our gen. Okay. All right. And by the way, if you're wondering what is behind me, right there, right? That's right there. You're seeing that stuff right there. Okay, in frames. That is the Jonathan's Great Creed. Okay. That's what we recite in my home every morning. Okay, so when you wake up, go there, you recite it. Okay, so now for the past 3 days, we have been talking about the law of cause and effect. Okay, I believe that you guys have been going through the videos that I've been sending you. All right, and you're taking it seriously. You've gone through them and you really understand what they say. Okay, the summary of the three videos are basically a breakdown of what the law of cause and effect is all about. Simply means that whatever that you're experiencing in your life right now is as a result of the result thoughts in the past, the actions that you've taken in the past. That is why you're currently where you are. Okay, but today we are going to be looking at something quite different. Okay, today we are going to be talking about facing the truth. Okay, accepting responsibility for what you have become, for the results that you get. Okay, because a lot of times we tend to live in denial, right? What I mean is you see certain results, so certain things happening in your life, but you don't take responsibility for them. So you try to push them out and say, "Oh, it's because of Jonathan. Jonathan didn't teach me well. That's why I didn't get these results. It's because of my parents. My parents didn't, take me to the best of schools. That's why I'm getting these results. No, it's because of the government. That's why I'm not even making money, right? So every time we try to shift the blame, all right, into someone else, into something else, than taking responsibility that we are actually responsible for what we are creating, right? The results that you get are actually the lowest, acceptable standards to us. Okay, what I mean is, if you are getting certain kind of result, it's as a result of the fact that that result is what is acceptable to you. Okay, there is this break point that we have in our life. Um, you see, there is a certain level of success that you cannot handle. All right, so you will not even attain such level of success. What I mean is, there are some people that can manage 1 million, they can manage 2 million, can manage 5 million. Where their minds can carry them is 500k, is 300k, is 200k, right? So by the time they go beyond that point that they can't handle, they misuse it. Okay, and by the time they go to that point whereby you know they become frantic. They go to get a point whereby the kind of results that they want is not what they're getting. So you see that, probably, let's use the bank account as an example. So you see that you're having like 50k in your bank account and you're becoming frantic, you're becoming scared, right? That moment you want to you snap out and you want to try to get results, right? But you get to that point whereby, oh, you're seeing 1 million in your account, you relax and say, oh, I have this money there, why should I relax, right? So what I'm trying to share with you guys now is, whatever result that you're going to get in the next 30 days are because of what you are going to be doing. It's not because of what I've shared with you, it's not because of what I've thought to you, it's because of what you have done. Okay, let me share a story with you guys, so to share some light on this. Okay, because sometimes we think that we're not getting the results that we're getting because of how will I put it now? Because we don't have the necessary resources, right? But that's not true, right? Before now, if you know me, I'm someone who is really big on running paid advertising. I don't like all of these, organic thing, right? If you go to my wall on Facebook, you check 2018, 2019, you won't see anything where I'm selling anything on my timeline. And I always, see people who sell on their timeline as people who are not serious, right? So I'll tell myself, why can't you just run an ad and target the people you want? So I was judging people, right? Silently. Okay, people who were selling from their timelines on social media, right? That were not probably running paid advertising. I was judging them silently, and you know it got to a point. I saw that, okay, yeah, it's possible to actually make sales, using social media. So when I wanted to start to do that, I was feeling guilt, right? I was thinking about what people are going to say, okay, because I was judging people. This is very key. This is very important. What I'm sharing with you guys now, you have to take it seriously. Okay, so I was feeling guilt, and I was like, okay, if I should go ahead and start talking about this thing, I want to help people to get results, the kind of results that I get, what I do to get the results that I get. But if I share it on my timeline, what are people going to say, right? Hope they won't think that Jonathan is hungry. That's why he wants to. So it's crazy how the mind can mess with you, right? So it actually limited me for a long time. I was struggling to actually talk about what I do and how I can help people get results on social media, specifically on Facebook, because that's where I have much following. Recently, I started building my Twitter account, so it was affecting me, right? But look at it. Do you know that every one of you here came in from social media, and it was never through paid advertising. It was strictly by organic marketing, right? Now imagine if I never went on, um, you know, my timeline. I talked about these to get you guys. You won't be here. You won't even know that it's possible for you to do some of these things. You won't even hear about some of these things I'm talking about, right? So it's the same thing, right? Most of you will see people selling things, and you say, oh, this guy, he bought this thing for 1,000 naira and he's selling it for 15,000 naira. He's ripping people off, right? So you have that mindset, you're judging people that way. So by the time we get started with this whole challenge, and you see that we have to sell a product for 15,000, or a product that we can get for 5,000, for 2,000, for 1,000, but we're selling it for 15,000 naira. It's going to limit you. You're going to start, thinking about how you are going to be seen with the fact that you're selling for something that you got for so cheap. I don't know if you guys are getting my point here. So my point here is, if you want to see certain kind of results in your life, you need to start, see yourself in that light. Okay, you need to start seeing yourself in that light. Let me share another story with you guys. There was a point in my life where, I was making, $300 when I was a freelancer. I was making $300, make $500 a month, you know. But I told myself that I wanted to, if I could just make $10,000 in a year, that would be awesome. That would be so great. So what I did was I wrote it on a piece of paper. I hung it on my wardrobe. Right at the time, I was living in a room and a parlor. All right. In my room, I hung it on the wardrobe. So anytime I'm going to pick anything from the wardrobe, I say, right, I want to be able to make $10,000 in the next 12 months. I want to be able to make $10,000 in the next 12 months. But guess what? 8 months later, 8 months later, I made my first 3 million, right, in a month. So the gold at the time a dollar was around a dollar was around 300 something. Okay, it's not now that a dollar is now above 600 naira, right? I made 3 million in a month, but my goal was actually basically the same thing, around same amount in for a full year. Right? um, so my point is, what I'm trying to share with you guys here is, you need to still visualize what you want, okay? And realize that whatever it is that is happening to you, or the kind of result that you're getting right now, take responsibility, right? Take responsibility. There are people who become, complacent because they are seeing the kind of things that they want to see, right? So there are some people amongst you who, once they hit the 300K mark, they'll become relaxed, right? They won't be doing the things that they should be doing. For instance, in this challenge, you guys are going to do a whole lot of things that you probably have not been doing before, and you need to realize that if you have been criticizing other people silently, so criticizing doesn't necessarily mean that, or judging people doesn't necessarily mean that you have to come to their faces, right? You can do it quietly in your own time. You just get bad belly for this person because they are doing something that you're not doing, right? So if you're that sort of person, it's going to be difficult for you to transition, but you have to be deliberate about it if you want to see results with what I'm going to be sharing with you in the course of these 30 days. Okay, so we are going to be doing some certain things that you are seeing other people do, but you say, okay, what will people say? What would people think that I'm selling this kind of thing? Let them talk. Let them. So it's not like that thought or that way of reasoning or thinking is a reflection of who you are. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that you have to now, start liking people who do things that they come on social media. They talk about their business. They are okay to make money. They get a product cheap. See, you have to be confident in what you're about to do. Okay, as long as what you're doing is ethical, is legal, you have to be be confident in what you're going to be doing. All right, you have to show up every single day. The moment you start taking responsibility for your own results, that is when things will start changing for you. Okay, you need to understand that your current results, all right, are your lowest acceptable standard. Okay, so if you have 2,000 naira in your account, probably that's your acceptable standard. Maybe that's why you took this challenge seriously when you heard that, oh, you can make 300K, right? Maybe that's why you took this challenge seriously. Regardless of why you came into this challenge, you have to realize that you are the architect of the results that you're getting. Okay? It's not Jonathan, it's not the government, it's not your parents. You are responsible for it. Okay? So as we get started tomorrow is going to be a big day. We are getting started fully tomorrow. As we get started tomorrow, you need to understand that you are responsible. You need to show up. You need to do what it takes. You mustn't be complacent. All right? Now, think about it. Hitting 300K, what does it take? All right? It simply means, because the products that you'll be selling, the minimum profit that you should be looking at getting, or that you should be getting, is 5,000 naira, right? So if you need to hit 300K, it simply means that you need to make 60 sales, right? 60 sales of a profit of 5,000 naira. And if you look at it, 60 sales simply means you have to do 2 sales every single day for 30 days, right? Even though the first couple of days we are not going to get started immediately, I need to explain some concept to you guys to understand something before we now get really deep into the challenge. But you still need to understand some concept and set up your own tools and systems that are going to help you with all of these things, right? But you still need to understand that is basically you doing what you should be doing every single day. You showing up every single day to do what you must do to get this result. If you want to make a million, break it down to the 30 days, and you're going to see what you need to do every single day to be able to achieve that 1 million. Okay, so if you want to make a million, it simply means that, okay, you are getting a profit of 5,000 from every sale that you make. It simply means that you need to sell like 200 pieces of the product, right? So if you say 200 pieces of the product, that tells you that you probably are going to be looking at say eight piece, selling 8 piece every single, and it's possible. And we are going to talk about it. Organic marketing is really great. Of course, we are going to be doing organic marketing or organic, yeah, sending traffic using, using content. Okay, we are going to be talking about that we are going to be doing that during the course of this training. Do you know that the first foreign customer we had for Holistic Bloom, for those of you who don't know Holistic Bloom is the health brand I started last year. Okay, the first foreign customer we got it through organic marketing. It was through TikTok. Funny, right? Crazy, isn't it? It was through TikTok, right? So we are going to be doing some things that you need to show up for every single day. So the summary of this video is to understand that you are responsible. You looking at me right now are responsible for the results that you get. Okay, it's not me. I'm not the reason why you are going to be successful during this 30 days challenge, right? You are the reason. Okay, most of the time our personal life reflects in our business. If you are disorganized in your personal life, your business will be disorganized. If you're a serious person in your personal life, you are not going to take this 30 days challenge seriously. You won't take business seriously. So you can see that, whatever is happening to you right now, just look at the mirror. You see the reason. Okay, so you have to be serious, right, and take responsibility for what happens in the next 30 days. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.